going on? Ryan here from Father and Son RC. We're in down East Maine. We're on vacation, but you know what? We still get stuff done. And you know, today I wanted to do a little video infomercial for you guys and show you guys a new product that came out on the market. We just got a hold of it, and I figured, you know, instead of doing it inside, let's take it outside, bring it out into this beautiful landscape. The Atlantic Ocean is out that way. The tide is coming in. We're probably going to do some canoeing later, take advantage of the high water, eat some lobster, because you know that's what you do when you're in Maine, and enjoy this beautiful day and the rest of this week that we're here on vacation. Try to suck it all in. Anyways, so yeah, let's get back to the task at hand here. So if you guys have been following us along for a while, you'll know that we're big fans of a company called TWS. They're a very small brand that's based in Taichung, Taiwan. They started off with basically a single model, and it's an assembly kit version. This is called the TWS CTS VTR 4x4, basically modeled after Suzuki Sidekick Geo Tracker, Suzuki Escudo, you know, Vitara, you name it. There are multiple names for this vehicle all over the world, but it was a very successful vehicle in the 1990s by Suzuki. It was meant to kind of replace the Samurai, and it didn't really replace it, but it was kind of a, you know, the next evolution. It was an independent front suspension, rear solid axle, but still body on frame, and they were quite capable little vehicles in their day, and still to this day. A lot of people buy them and modify them. I used to have a four-door version that was heavily modified, but they're gaining in popularity with the off-road community, and TWS has taken that and brought something cool to the market that you don't see anywhere else. So anyways, we got a hold of these two initial assembly kit versions back, oh gosh, it's been about 8 months now. We've absolutely loved them. They're great fun to build. They're even more fun to run, and they're really quite capable, surprisingly, for their short wheelbase. These are 242 millimeters, so they are small. They're small in 10 scale. They're small in real life. So if you compare it against, you know, an Axial SCX 10.3, they look absolutely tiny, but that really is how they are in real life when you know, compare them against anything else on the street. So anyways, I told you guys about the company a little bit. The founders of the company, there's two people that are involved. They are very well versed in the RC community and industry. They've worked for a lot of successful brands, most notably MST was the last brand that they worked for. So you will see some design cues if you own an MST. You'll see some design cues here, but they are significantly different than a model like the CFX or CMX. There definitely is an evolution here. So what we want to talk about today is this new ready-to-run version. So again, we've had the assembly kits for a while, and I think you know, people have been a little challenged on putting them together. They're a little bit different, but they're not difficult. I think it's just you know, they're not the normal assembly process. This takes that out of the equation. It gives you a fully ready-to-run vehicle. It comes with a 3-channel radio, and if you guys are familiar with MST or even Sen, the F450 has a radio that's almost identical to this, with the exception of a couple of design cues and some of the button placements are a little different. But you know, 3-channel radio works well. It's a very, you know, basic system, but it is functional and it does its job. This truck comes with a 1040 ESC, a 540 13-turn motor, 5-pole motor. It's actually pretty smooth. So it is a fully you know, resin chassis. It's not a metal chassis. It is adjustable, but full aluminum shocks, oil filled. It does have a divorce transfer case from the transmission. And what we want to talk about today is some of the differences between the assembly kit version and the ready to run. So there are some exceptions and some things you give up in order to get the ready to run. The one thing you're going to get with the assembly kit version is you're going to get a molded grill with light buckets. This has got just basically plastic decals on the front as well as in the rear. So if you guys can see that or not, but it's going to be hard. So we actually have, there are light buckets that are capable for LED. This will not have any of that. You'll have also additional plastic components. So wipers, front and rear. There'll be a roof rack with, there'll be light pods that come with this. We put a light bar on ours. You'll get the snorkel on both, but you will omit the roof rack, wipers. There's also a tailgate handle that comes with the assembly kit version that you will not get on this version, but you do get your side mirrors. What else? The assembly kit also comes with full bearings throughout. That includes transmission, transfer case, and axles. With this truck, it's full bearings in the transmission and the transfer case, but when you get to the axles, they are using a brass bushing. Now, some people are like, oh, why would they do that? They're trying to get this price down a little bit, so it's more of a, an entry-level price point to get people interested in the brand. But I'll tell you that there's no play in these bushings. There's actually less play in the bushings than there are in bearings. If they do get wet, they're not going to rust. So in terms of serviceability, or lack of service for that matter, I think this is actually a better place to start, because if you're someone, or if you know someone who's not really maintenance prone with their trucks, this might be a better option for you, because the brass is not going to rust out like the bearings would if you didn't maintain them and make sure they were properly lubricated. But everything else is the same. So it's got, again, that 1040 motor, the 540 motor, 13 turn. It's a 5 slot, so it is pretty smooth. It's a great crawler motor. And then that Hobby Wing 1060, what did I say earlier? 1060 ESC, that is LiPo and nickel metal hydride compatible. You do have a couple of settings that you can change with these pins. If you want on, forward, reverse, brake, forward, brake, and all that good stuff, you can change that. I ended up taking it and leaving it out, so it's forward and reverse. So it does hold pretty well if you get off the throttle when you're on a descent, etc. This truck also comes with straight cut gears in the axles versus helical cut gears in the assembly kit. What else? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. So you get straight cut gears versus helical cut. Helical cuts is a little smoother on and off. They're not as notchy, and there's not as much, typically a little bit more play in these versus these. These are a little bit less, there's less rocking in them because the gears mesh a little bit more tightly. Yeah. We run 2S in these vehicles. There's really no reason to run 3S. I find it's a little bit overkill because they're such a small truck and they're really little. Putting too much power through them tends to be a little bit more of a problem in terms of controllability. I feel like you get enough wheel speed out of these, and they're more representative of how the real vehicle would run versus something that's, you put a Chevy 350 in some tiny little vehicle, which you can do, right? But it isn't really representative of how the vehicle is going to run in full scale. So, that's a little different. The wheels are slightly different. They've got, like a rounded version hole on the rim. You can see that or not. Versus let's go to the back here. This one comes with a more triangulated shape in the rims. Same tires, same foams. They look kind of like a Cooper Discover SST. They don't say that, they're not licensed, but they're supposed to basically be a 35-inch 1250 tire on that. They are 1.9-inch rims. I tend to prefer the 1.55s. I think they look a little bit more scale to this size vehicle, and typically of that era, you would run 15-inch wheels, so that's just my prerogative, but to each your own. Yeah, great little vehicle, it really is. We have been incredibly pleased with these trucks, and again, this is a great entry to someone who wants to get into the hobby, doesn't want to spend a ton of cash, but wants something that's smaller. They are super maneuverable. We can fit these trucks on trails that a lot of our bigger trucks just don't, because their width is way too much, or they're too long, and they wheel like a full-scale rig. So if you're looking for more of a scale styled rig that's a little different than the norm, I think this is a great option to go with. I really do. So anyways, that's that. We're going to get some running video here in a second to show you guys. I know we put some out already, but we'll definitely get some more of that going. They are body post. You could certainly put magnetic if you wanted to, or Velcro would be another option as well. But as it comes with a standard body post setup. This truck also comes with a slight upgrade inside over the assembly kits, in that it has a metal housing for the planetary gear set. That is an optional upgrade for these. This comes with it. So it's a little bit more robust, and you're not going to have plastic pins holding the planetary gears in. It's actually a metal housing, so it is a little more durable in that regard. In terms of upgrades on any of these kits, there are a few options available, one of which is the stainless steel link kit, and this is meant for the axle mounted servo system. So you can actually set these trucks up different ways. This truck is set up chassis mount, so we have the chassis mounted servo on this one, and this one's set up as an axle mounted servo. The ready to run comes with an axle mounted servo setup. You know, not really any significant differences on performance. This looks a little more scale. These tend to perform a little bit better because they're a little more direct connection, and they're not connected to the chassis and then down to the axles. They're on the axle. You also get weight a little bit lower, but they don't look as scaled. So that's kind of the you know, the give and take of that. So, but anyway, stainless steel, really nice stainless steel link kit that we're going to be putting on these trucks to upgrade them. They also come with, or also is available optional, is a transfer case gear set that's all metal gears. So right now they come in plastic gears. All of them have been running plastic gears. We haven't really had any issues with them, but I know there have been some problems out in the field with some people breaking those gears. So these are available as well if you want to upgrade and, you know, make them even more robust. Yeah, so that's about it. Let us know what you think. I think these are great trucks. This one comes in two colors. There's a gray as well as this red. It's two-tone. So it's got this lower gray color with the red on top. It's actually kind of a really cool, like kind of candy apple red with some metallic in it. The silver is also cool. It's a slightly different color than the base color on top. It's almost like a little bit more of a blue in it, undertone, but you know, really cool. And again, I encourage you guys to check them out if you're interested in something a little different. Doesn't you're not going to find these everywhere, which is kind of a cool thing. The company is growing. They're already developing a new model as we speak. So there's going to be some cool stuff coming through for these guys, and I really do encourage you to check them out. Again, it's TWS RC. They are based in Taichung, Taiwan, but they are starting to build up their distributorships. If you're in the US, there's a gentleman by the name of Close-Up RC. He's on Instagram. I will link his page to in this video, and you can check him out if you're in the States and you want to order one of these up. I know there's these are in stock, as well as the assembly kits and some small parts. So there will be some support that comes with these vehicles if you need any additional replacement parts, warranty upgrades, that kind of stuff. So they'll be able to take care of you. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna get on the rocks, get these things out for some fun. I can't waste this beautiful day. And if you have any comments, questions, you know, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll get to you. And as always, this is Brian signing off from Father and Son RC, saying happy trucking. Take care, guys. See you.